Beginning of the new year, I told myself I was gonna make videos for the new year, so here we are, 20 something Q50. Da, 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 da. I don't know what I'm gonna title the video yet, but this is why not everything is a tune's fault, and I will forever defend any tuner, because trust, I know the fucking heat goes out and it's the tune's fault. I know how it is, believe me. But today I'm about to just show y'all and make an informative video. That way y'all don't panic no matter what car you have. Okay, so let me put it in perspective, right? This is a bone, not really bone stock car, but pretty much stock car. It has a muffler delete, I think a resonator delete, stock airboxes, stock injectors, stock everything. It just has test fires and a tune. I just tuned it yesterday. Well, I tried to tune it yesterday, and I'm about to show you the problem I encountered. So majority of the time when I tune a Q50, most of them don't have intakes. They're just the stock airboxes, which is fine because they don't really make good intakes for these. Besides, I think they make like a 3-inch, but only about like 2 Qs came in here with that. And they do make a difference, like a little bit. Like I said, it's not like a G where everyone wants to get 3-inch. But back to what I was saying. So completely stock car, just got test price and that's it. That's the only thing that matters. As I'm tuning it on my dyno, I make like a base file before I went to go tune it. Usually the base file is pretty accurate, I'd say, on like the air fuel mixture or air fuel ratio side of things. So I don't really have to do much. If you know about short-term fuel trims, holy fuck, they should only vary about like 10% on the base map. You feel me? Like they shouldn't be that off. This specific car would do something weird. Like it would just go between like 125 and back to 0. Well, not 0, back 125 back to 100, which is 25% fuel that it's trying to add pretty much. I'm probably boring y'all with numbers. Whatever. I'm doing a wide open throttle pull. Notice like nowhere near damn where I want it to be optimally, but like even where it should be stock, it's not even there. Like I let off because it was crazy. Like I'm at full throttle at 5,000 RPMs or 4,500, not even 5,000, and it's at 17 air fuel, which I don't even know how the car's running at that point. That's like extremely dangerous. You could blow your engine up over time if you do that. Probably in one pull, but I wasn't there to fucking figure out, so I let off. Whatever. That might not seem like a big deal, but when the car is completely stock, like nothing's changed, no filters, no MAF housing, no injectors, and it's running 17 air fuel, it's like, what? Something's wrong, right? Like, all right, cool. At first, I didn't really think much of it. I was like, this car really needs a tune bad. I make my adjustments, whatever. From 17 to 12 is like 40% fuel that you have to add. So I'm like, right then and there, I was like, all right, something's off. Like something's not right. I still did it just to double check. Got richer. It was at 14, but that's still not where I wanted to be at. Like it's still not 12. So I'm like, okay, something's not right. I add another like 10%, I think, from there. So I'm like damn near like not double, but like 1.5, whatever that is, from the stock value. So I'm like, okay, something's definitely not right. Did a pull, and it's still at like 13.8, and it's like, right, there's cars that you can leave at 13.8 and like you're trying to like be spicy, and I think 13.8 you're losing power still, but regardless, it's not where I want to be. I want to be at 12. I'm like, all right, something's weird here. So notice during the pull, the car just like die out, which is like kind of expected because the air fuel is not optimal, so you're gonna lose power there. Like it just loses like power pretty much. So I looked at I looked at injected duty cycle, right? So I'm gonna show you this on the laptop. Really, you don't want to surpass around like 80-85%. You can push it at 90, but it's like, again, on a stock Q50, you shouldn't be near that, like anywhere in the 90s in my opinion. You're like comfortably, you're like at 86%. So I'm like, all right, if it's anywhere not near that number, then something's off. Not to my surprise, it's just at 120 at 5,000 RPMs. So it's requesting 120% injected duty cycle, not like beyond 100. So I came to the conclusion that he's gonna have a bad fuel pump soon. Oh, he does have a bad fuel pump because it's not enough, whatever. Not enough fuel is getting to the injectors. I told him, I'm like, bro, you probably need a fuel pump. I pretty much showed him what I told you guys, that injected duty cycle too high. You need a fuel pump. I gave him a fuel pump that I have, and he drives home, and then like a couple hours later he says the car doesn't start. He changed the fuel pump, still doesn't start. So that's where we're at now. So this is what the car does now. All right, well, I just saw my live reaction. What you just heard there was the fuel pump turning on, right? There's the two pumps. This is the one that's in there, and this is another pump that I just have connected No gases in it, nothing. I just put it in to test it to see if it would pump, right? Pump, you wouldn't hear no pump, no whine. I just knew already off the bat that it was wrapped. Oh my God, what the fuck did I say? I pretty much knew right off the bat that it was gonna be bad because I don't hear no primer or nothing like that. Could have done it, use a scanner to prime it, but that's what I was gonna do. But this also worked. To show y'all, you're gonna see I'm gonna hit the button, just the ignition, and you're gonna hear the fuel pump turn on. Listen. See that? This fuel pump will probably start the car. It's also bad because it's not supplying enough gas at the higher RPMs. So either way, it's gonna need a new one. Another thing y'all could do if you have a scanner at home or upcoming mechanics, you can go to your scanner, and this is a cheap Amazon scanner. Why I keep saying scanner? What the hell? Cheap Amazon scanner. Thing I want to mention. Funny enough, I told him like what was gonna happen, and he called me right away when the shit shut off, and I picked up. I was like, bro, check the fuel pump, check relays, make sure everything's good. You know what I mean? Double check everything. Do the check engine light, and it's probably gonna say some shit off of like fuel level sensor or fuel circuit or something like that, and that pretty much is gonna solidify that you need a pump. Funny enough, I'll probably put the picture that he sent me, and it has that on here, and yep, has it on here too. So on this tablet, what I like about it, you can go to diagnostic, I think actuation test. What I just did there is I turned the fuel pump on and off. So fuel pump relay off. If I hit on, you're gonna see the fuel pump just turned on. I'm gonna hit on. It's working. So that means it works. I'm gonna replace the fuel pump and then just show you when the car started. And yeah, I'll be back. All right, so when you replace the fuel pump, I don't know if the new one comes with these since this one's used, but the new one should come with this, but just be gentle and take it off in case it doesn't. And just make sure you use it on the other one, because the shit will fall off if you don't use this. Alright, so make sure that's clicking. Put the ignition on the car. The fucking key would work. Pretty sure you heard that already. The fuel pump turned on. I'm gonna go to actuation test, fuel pump relay. I'm gonna turn it on. If it turns on, then we should be good to start the car. We're gonna start the car. If it doesn't start, then there's another issue. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna clear it. U100 is fine when you tune it. That shit always happens. I'm gonna clear all these DTCs. Nothing's preventing it from cranking over. Some DTCs will prevent that. Well, it won't prevent it from cranking, but it'll prevent the injectors from firing. Sometimes, if you know, you know. So start the car. So, this shit started. I was right. Not the tool's fault. Go for a test drive, get my laptop to show you what I mean by injector recycle. This shit probably still is gonna fuck up because it has the weak fuel pump, but regardless, let me just show y'all what happens. Alright, so let me show y'all what I was talking about. Oh, I can't show this. Oh, some wild. Alright. This is what I was talking about. Injector duty cycle. See how it was at 2.7? As I drive, it should go up. I don't.
That shit sounded good. What the fuck?
So injector duty cycle around 85%. Where it's at 94, 96, 99, 97, 100, 100. This is like fucking red zone. Like you never want to be in this area. Alright, this is where it gets bad. 124, 125. No. You can see the knot strength got stronger there too. yeah, that is the sounds of a dying fuel pump. Don't let it die on you. I don't even know how it's working now, but fuck it. Hurry up and get my ass back to the shop for this shit shut off. I just want to show you that shit. Yeah.